That's all. I'm BambiWitch, and I thought I would bring a message from the heart. And yeah, man, I'm just gonna get into it. The spirit guides are like, well, my spirit guides have been just like nudging me slowly but surely to like try again with just like sharing my wisdom. And I think that's like a part of what I'm trying to say, even like the message that I'm talking about right now. But the thought that came to me was like, when the winds are high, that's when you fly the kite. And the winds must be high for you to fly the kite. Sometimes, even in the calmest states, when pressure isn't being put on, then we stay solemn, we can stay complacent in the natural ebb and flow, the order of things. But when the chaos ensues, that's when you should go. That's when you should rush forward. Not even rush in a way that's like, outside of your means of like what you can handle, but that's when you should kind of like, only fools rush in. Okay, so that's another thing is like, only fools rush in because it's maybe not smart to. I guess I just mean like, when there's that burst of energy, when there's that, when the dust kind of comes up, when there are all the events happening at once, or it feels like there's almost like a pressure setting on, that's when you kind of know to go forward. And I've been trying to encourage myself just throughout these last few weeks to do it, just to do the things, even though you might not feel like fully prepared. Because a kite does not fear the wind. It flows with the wind, and it allows like it allows the natural forces, the intensity, to actually take it where it needs to go. And that's the beautiful part about life, is that we're working with all of the elements, all the chaos. I am a big believer in I'm a big believer in really leaning into all aspects of life, the dark, light, all the full spectrum of it. As a Scorpio moon too, like I really like to settle into even like the most uncomfortable spaces, right? But it's like, when the wind is high, that's when you gotta fly the kite. When you know that there are like kind of like frazzled nature, I'm finding it hard to find the right words, but when there's so much going on, when things are a little uncomfortable, when it's more of a, if you guys know tarot, the Tower card it's making me think of, that's usually when shit starts to get like shaking, when it's like a pivotal point in your life to be turning the wheel on your own. And I feel like spirit and the universe, whatever you believe in, is beginning to, not even beginning to, because these themes have been present throughout time, but even more and more trusting you to take your own, to step up to your own plate. My mom called me today with this kind of with needing a bit of advice about something, and I was kind of like, oh girl, like, you got the power though, like, you got the power, like, you good. But she's like, oh, I called you for a reason, because I just need like a bit of your insight about things. But it wasn't even my insight necessarily that helped her out. I only reminded her to remember who she is. And a part of her feeling stressed out was that there's like a time sensitive thing that she's having to step up to the plate or rise to. The winds are very high for her right now, but that is when she's going to need to step up and like step up to that plate, you know what I'm saying? Because like it, like the whatever you believe in, the ethers wouldn't put that situation in front of your face. Whatever you feel called to be moving towards, doing a bit differently, changing directions, and even like adding onto your plate, or just like, even if it's a book to read and you're like, oh, I got a lot of things going on. But if you sat down and just read that book for a good 10 minutes out of your day, instead of doing something else for 10 minutes, or instead of resting for an extra 10, reading that book for an extra 10, maybe that is the wisdom within that book was exactly what you needed to hear in order to pillow onto another idea and move forward. But it's a matter of kind of showing yourself that you've got thicker skin, showing yourself, and not in situations that are like outside of you that show you have thick skin, but allowing yourself to choose to put yourself forward and show you. It's golden hour. Hold on, I'm just kidding. But it's just like, yeah, the universe really wants to see what you can do when you know that the pressure's on for yourself, and to do it anyways instead of being like pushed by spirit, because spirit loves that and it will do that for you. But sometimes we stay so calm, we're waiting for like the right sign or something. But it's like the universe also wants you to just do that anyway, and to create that muscle of like trusting in yourself to do so. And again, like, I'm just getting this vision of a kite within the clouds, within the sky, being moved and gliding with the wind. It's like once you get up there, once you actually start to fly your kite, it will help you. The aspects of life that seem chaotic will actually be aiding you. But it just depends on the situation, of course, and also your perspective, what you're willing to see about that. And now I'm getting like the Tower card again of like, when things are shaken up kind of, and you're being thrown out into like the unknown from a place that you thought was safe, but it was never meant to hold and stay strong and steady. Like, when that happens, it's almost like you're a hermit crab that's what's one of those crabs that when they part from their shells, it's like you're a baby again. It's like you're completely fresh again. And I'm getting all these metaphors. Also, I'm thinking about the show Midnight Gospel, in one of the episodes where it's like going through the whole progression of life. At this moment in time, it is safe for yourself to feel like the baby. And I'm getting like a stork now, like the way that they're said that where babies come from. It's not where they come from, you know. But it's like that, y'all. It's like that, y'all. It's like this and this and this and that, y'all. I don't know. I just feel like there's so many things that our collective at this point in time, collective meaning like humanity, thus far, there's so many things that's percolating from the universe, and it's telling us to go through certain things, to be led by your heart in certain ways. But because of the comfortability of this world at this point, sometimes, even though the world is desperately needing for us to change, for us to move, for us to be outside of our main realm of like what we do, we can stay so comfortable with that. And it's really up to us to light the fire. When the winds are high, go. When you feel like nothing is working out, or even when you feel like overwhelmed, or when the pieces aren't fully piecing together, when the puzzle pieces aren't piecing together, that's when you gotta put on the cap and say, you know what, I'm gonna work with this. Like, we have so much intelligence to ground in and to spread, as well as our own lives and what we're willing to journey through. Do you know what I mean? I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense, bro. Because like when I was talking to my mom, it just made all the most clear sense that like the chaos that it felt like it was, the kind of like with chicken with your head, or chicken with their head cut off, a running chicken. I don't know how it goes. But it's like, it might have felt like that, but actually, girl, you got that. You still got your head. But you actually still got your head, girl. And you can do it, girl. And guess what? I'm about to go over to her house. I'm gonna help her out with some things. Also, call up the lads that you think you like can trust, and just freaking do it, my dude. Like, just freaking do it. Like, you can do it. Whatever it is, I guarantee you, if you push yourself a step forward, if you get out of that comfort zone just a little bit more, the payoff will be worth it. And dividends. And dividends. A dividenza. A dancing pafanza. A grand opening for the lanza. I don't really know what I'm saying, but yeah, man. I hope you enjoy. Oh yeah, peace, love, and prosperity in the heart and monetarily.